want to talk about anxiety. This isn't about anxiety disorder. This is about general anxiety, like the kind that most of us have, and especially the year 2020. I'm not sure there was anyone without anxiety with the pandemic. But I want to talk about anxiety as your friend, as your messenger, as something that happens to you or to me that has a message with it. Okay. It's almost, I've heard people call it this nagging feeling, nervousness, a pit in my stomach, niggling. People have all different words for it. But it's this feeling that something's not right. Something is not, all is not well in my life. You know that feeling? I remember I was spending a lot of time with a friend years ago, and it was interesting because my husband would actually say, "Did you spend time with your friend today?" We'll call her Amanda. My husband would say, "Did you spend time with Amanda today?" And I'd say, "Why do you ask? How do you know?" And he said, "I don't know, you just seem kind of down." And I was like, I guess you're right. But my nagging feeling or my anxious feeling was when I was with her, she was very negative and judgmental. And, not that I haven't been those things, I certainly have. But it was very much a pattern of, complaining. It seemed like whenever we were together, it was like, here I was and here she was, like, this is horrible about my life. This is, it was very lopsided. You've been in those relationships where it's like, oh my God, like, do you know anything about me? I couldn't get a word in edgewise, let's put it that way. But it was very negative, and it was very judgy and very just, I loved her and I wanted to be a part of her life because we did have some good times. But the anxiety I felt when I was with her and then thereafter when I left, and I'll talk about that in a later video about I'm an empath, and being an empath, sometimes we are like a sponge for other people's feelings. And so we go about our day and we're like, where's this coming from? Well, we brought it with us, but I'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, this anxiety I was feeling when I was around her, was driving me crazy. And I kind of thought, I just need to sit with this. I need to ask my body, ask my heart, ask myself, where is this coming from and why? Why am I feeling this anxiety? I mean, for obvious reasons, the negativity, but there was something deeper that was trying to get my attention. And as I sat with it in my quiet time and with my journal and my pen, I kind of realized that I needed to make some changes. My body and my soul was telling me, my anxiety was telling me, you need to make a change. This isn't working for you. This is bringing you down. This isn't propelling you forward. This is bringing you backward. And change is scary. And, most of us don't like change. And most of us especially don't like when we have a friend that we love, but we realize like their influence on us is just, and on our lives is just not positive. So I realized I needed to make a change and I needed to step back and spend a little less time with this friend and maybe spend more of my time with friends that were more uplifting and more, trying to move forward in life and trying to have fun, rather than complain. And so, it gets weird when you do that because the other person is like, where have you been? Why aren't you calling me? And you have to kind of, be honest with them and set a boundary and just say, I need to spend more time with my kids, or I need to spend more time alone. I just can't spend as much time with you as I used to. That's one way to handle it. Another way to handle it is to be honest with the friend. If you feel like the friend is open to receiving this message from you, it's like a message of, I don't know if you notice this about yourself, but there's like, you're negative a lot of the time and it brings me down. Do you think we could work on maybe, talking about positive things or talking about the good things going on in our lives and, keeping it on a level where we both leave feeling really good? And that's one way you could discuss it with your friend or not. It's up to you. I mean, we all know the friend that is not going to take that well. And so we just kind of have to slowly back away. But your anxiety has a message for you. Your general little anxiety, nagging feeling, it has a message for you. But if you're too busy to sit down and ask what the message is, you won't have it. You'll just have anxiety and you'll just have a nagging feeling. So that's one way to love yourself and take care of yourself, is to listen to the messages and listen to the things that are going on inside of you. We listen to our friends, we listen to our partners, we listen to our kids all the time. We need to listen to us too, right? Because I can't even tell you how it changed. Eventually, this friend and I, we check in with each other occasionally, but we don't hang out, and I was able to bring more people into my life, that I had more time to bring people into my life that had more positive impact. And I was having positive impact on them. And it just felt like a win-win, a reciprocal relationship, and it felt good. And there wasn't that anxiety anymore. So you have this thing inside you that has messages for you to better your life. Isn't that awesome? Pay attention.